Thank you for joining us this week on In Wheel Time. I'm Mike Mars, and this is the 2015 Ford F-250 Super Duty. Now our Super Duty comes with the XLT package, so we've got the large 2-bar chrome grille, we've got fog lights, and we happen to be rolling on some nice 18-inch aluminum wheels. It also has the FX4 package, so we've got tow hooks and we've got skid plates. We've got some V8 power under the hood, we've got a 6-speed automatic, and we've got passenger seating for 5 on the interior. Now to do what it needs to do, the FX250 does sit kind of high, so getting in the engine compartment's a bit of a step. But Ford fixed that by putting a step up here on the front. So a quick step up there, and that puts us in the engine compartment. Now we've got the 6.2 liter V8 in our review vehicle. This happens to produce 385 horsepower as well as 405 pound-feet of torque on gasoline. There is a 6.7 liter turbo diesel that's available, but they're both backed by the same 6-speed automatic transmission. Now our review vehicle also happens to have a 373 gear in the rear end. Coming around the interior of our F-250, we're going to see that we've got a large setup here. It's got a nice armrest here. We've got a large door pull. All the buttons and knobs are large, so if you got on a pair of gloves or something, if you're working or if it's cold, you got gloves on, real easy to use and to get a grip on things. Now up in the gauge package, we're going to see where we've got our gauges that we need to keep track of what's going on with the vehicle. We've got the large speedometer and the tach, of course, but we've also got the smaller gauges that are going to give us the oil temperature and the transmission temperature. Now we've got a digital support screen right in the middle of all this, and what it's going to do is provide us with all the settings that the driver may want to set up for their particular trip or what they want to know. Now this is all controlled from right here on the steering wheel, where we've got our cruise control set here as well. Now on the other side of the steering wheel, we're going to find the buttons for our media setup, so that you don't really have to take your hands off the steering wheel to adjust things. Also got our phone hookup here. Now our tow and haul mode settings and our manual shift points are all set right here on this lever. Again, easy to reach for the driver. Now coming on down over here, we're going to find our controls, our shift on the fly from the 2-high, 4-high, 4-wheel drive for the FX4 package. And then coming over to the center stack. Now this vehicle isn't equipped with the nav package, but we do have the DVD player, MP3 player availability. We've also got the AM, FM, and we've got satellite. So we've got a lot of choices here on the audio. We're coming on down, we're going to get our controls here, our manual controls for our AC. And then we're going to come on down and find our brake controls. Now we're also got a set of switches here. Now this is designed for upfitting. If you're going to take this to an upfitter and you're going to have it customized, these are some switches that Ford puts in here to make that a little easier. Got a nice storage compartment here, easy to throw a phone into as we charge it off of our USB port. Again, another 12-volt power supply right here. We've got some really nice cup holders here, or drink holders here in the middle. They actually do come out if you need something a little bit larger for the Super Gulp. And we've got a compartment here on the side, very convenient to put papers in, maybe a notebook, if you're out on a job or something. And then coming on back, we've got our soft touch here, our armrest, got some large stitching in it. And this opens up for our deep storage. Again, a 12-volt power supply. We've got a removable tray for small items to keep them from bouncing around the cab. And we've got some deep storage here that you can put a laptop in, maybe even a pad. Now coming up here on the top, we're also going to see we've got some very convenient pieces here for storing pens and pencils, cell phones, a lot of those small things that kind of end up rolling around in the cab area that you just really want out of the way. Now coming on around the Super Duty interior, we're going to see we've got a nice large glove box storage here. We can see the storage in the door panel again, and we can see our seats. Now these are cloth material, but they've got some really nice textured inserts here that carries on over into the back seat as well. The 2015 Ford F-250 Super Duty. Our XLT vehicle happens to also include the FX4 off-road group of equipment. That means we've got some tow hooks, we've got some skid plates, and we've got a little bit of extra cooling to keep everything in working order. We're rolling on some nice 18-inch aluminum wheels. And this vehicle, when properly equipped, will tow up to 14,500 pounds. We've got passenger seating for 5 on the interior, and we've got a lot of nice convenience features in there, whether you're working or whether this is for pleasure. So if you get a chance to drive one of these nice vehicles, we highly recommend it. Thank you again for joining us. This is Mike Mars for In Wheel Time.